Hello YouTube. I wanted to do a review on these tires. These are GT Radial Adventuro 3s. I bought this truck. I bought this truck with them already on it. This is a 2017 Cummins 2500. And it's successful on my other channel that I had, but then I deleted. Regrettably deleted. I got some pretty good hits on the Michelin tire that I reviewed, or tires I reviewed, when I got 3 Michelin Defender LTXs and one Michelin LT2, I think. That's what it was called. But I recently rotated these tires. I rotated them at 5,000 when I did my oil change. But I want to talk on these tires. I know it's kind of wet, but these tires in the back, I've had them all there for probably about 1,000 miles, not even 1,000 miles, probably about 600, and they've already started to wear. Now I do drive this truck with the exhaust brake on, which is basically a Jake brake if you're familiar with 18-wheelers. But this front one, as you can see, most of the siping is gone. There's actually still a little bit of, I'm not gonna say a little bit, but there's probably a little bit under half tread left on these tires. But they wear really quickly. Like I said, I've only had this truck for about 6,000 miles, and I've had it for a few months, but only put about 6,000 miles on the truck, and I hope I don't get copyrighted for that. And these tires, they start out really soft, as with most tires, and then when they go through their heat cycles, they start to stiffen up a little bit. The traction on the tires are actually really good, to be honest with you. I've only driven it on road. Okay, that's getting annoying. I've driven them only on road. I've drove on a gravel road, and that's about it with this truck and these tires. You know, they're pretty good. If you probably have a light duty truck, maybe like a Ford Ranger, or even a Ford Bronco Discovery, maybe a Chevy Colorado, these tires will actually do you pretty good, and they're pretty economical. I think for this truck it's only like 120 bucks a tire. That's a 275 70 18. I will be going to 20s pretty soon, but the tires have been okay, really. Besides the wear, that's the only complaint I have. They really don't shuffle in a corner. They don't have a lot of sidewall rollover in the corner. I can't imagine that these are actually a true E-load rated tire. But let me walk around here to the other side. Like I said, you know, they've evenly wore on both sides of the truck. You know, I just think that this is probably too heavy and too powerful of a truck for these tires. You know, let's say you have a crossover vehicle, a crossover car, SUV, whatever you want to call it. I think that these would do pretty good on there, honestly, but not on this big truck. This truck is just way too heavy and has too much torque for this tire. They spin up kind of easy, but they stop really well. I've had no complaints on that. But besides that, and right here in these sipings, they're actually starting to come up from this end, and that's from my exhaust brake. So, you know, maybe a little bit more premature wear because of the exhaust brake, but nonetheless, you know, these tires are probably only going to make it like 12, maybe 15,000 miles. Definitely going to be going with a different tire when I switch to 20s. Kind of depends on how everything works out. My timing too, because I don't have anybody to take my truck to get the tires and wheels switched. It's just really me. So I hope everyone enjoyed that. These are the GT Radial Adventuro AT3s, as you can see right here. So everyone has a good one.